This is the plaintiff, Brett Jones. He says he and the defendant lived together as roommates, and in exchange for the defendant caring for his pets when he was away, he only charged him $200 a month rent. Everything was great in the beginning until he loaned him money to pay for his school tuition. The guy has since moved out, owes him money for the loan, and he's suing the double-crosser for every penny of the $2,500 he's owed. This is the defendant, Derek Becker. He says he took care of the plaintiff's 2 dogs and fish because he was out of town a lot for work. In exchange, he didn't have to pay rent. As far as the loan goes, he was making payments to pay it back. But the plaintiff got impatient, broke into his room, left his dog outside all night in the freezing cold, and then kicked him out of the apartment with no place to go but his car. Owe him money? Ha, ha, ha. He's accused of being a rotten roommate.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. These litigants live together, and the plaintiff says he loaned the defendant money for school, and he stiffed him. But the defendant says he watched the plaintiff's 2 dogs and fish and didn't have to pay rent. And the guy retaliated by leaving his dog out all night in the freezing cold. It's the case of screwing the pooch.
Thank you, Douglas. Brett Jones, you're suing your former roommate Derek Becker for $2,500 that you say remains of a balance for a loan that you made to him, which he has refused to pay. You say you don't have to pay it because he breached your agreement to let you live there rent-free. Tell me what's going on.
Well, about 2 years ago, I put an ads on Craigslist for, it was entitled Cheap Rent for Taking Care of My Animals, because I work 3-4 nights a week out of state. So he entered the ad. It was fine. We met. It was great.
What animals do you have?
2 dogs, 3 birds, and at the time I had 2 fish tanks.
Okay.
So, and it went great for about a year and a half. It was great. We got along great. Things were good.
And then so what? How much were you charging him in rent?
$200 at that time. Yep. And then he said that he was $3,600 short of tuition money. So I thought, because things were going great and everything, he was going to be there another year and a half, that I would loan him the money. So I wrote an agreement that he signed that he would pay me back $500 a month, and he wouldn't have to pay rent during that time as well. Over the next 4-5 months, he paid me a total of $1,100, which was not $500 a month. And mid-October, I talked to him about it. He said, okay. He made one more payment.
Talking about it and said what?
Said that, I expect you to pay me the $500 a month and, take care of my dogs as we agreed. He said, okay. He made another $200 a month payment. That was it. So October 31st, I was like, why am I bothering having this guy here? He's gone all the time. He's not paying me back. So
and he wasn't taking care of your pets?
Well, he was gone for real long periods of time. Part of the agreement was not being gone more than 10 hours a day. And he was gone a lot longer than that. So I was like, why bother having him here if he's not paying me back and he's not doing what he was going to do? So I told him that I was going to give him 2 weeks to move. And his response was that, oh, that would be fine. I'm moving out tomorrow. So the very next day, he moved directly across the street to my neighbors.
Okay.
So I have the first agreement we wrote on May 31st, which he didn't do anything with. So then we rewrote it on July 1st. So I have that. I also have a copy of the check that he signed that I wrote to him.
Okay, let me see all of that. So what's going on?
For me, like you said, everything was fine, and pretty much payments were being made. But come as October 25th, things started to go downhill. And pretty much with me, I can handle a lot of things, but on the 28th, he decided to...
28th of what month?
I'm sorry, of October. He left to go to work, and when I came home from school, my dog was locked outside in the cold. I confronted him on it. It was only a text message because he was in Boston. Didn't really get a polite response back. I pretty much let that go. And then on the 30th, when I came home from school, he broke into my room through the bedroom window. And at that point, I'm like,
Why did he have to break into your room through a bedroom window?
I have no idea.
Did you break into his room through a bedroom window?
I did, because he locked me out of the house.
Oh.
We never locked the house. I didn't even have a key to the door. He locked me out of the house.
Three people live. Well, don't give us the address.
I know. A little tiny
Middletown,
town.
Connecticut. Okay.
East
All right.
Hampton. So we never locked the doors before, and I came home, and I wasn't gone all night. The night the dog was locked out by mistake. I was working till 11. I was
Well,
home
how
at
was the dog locked
11:30.
out if the place is never locked?
Right. Well, there's a dog door to a deck, so I accidentally closed the dog door on my way to work, and I didn't know the dog was
And the dog
outside.
couldn't figure out how to open the doorknob and get
Well,
in.
yeah, he couldn't get it
Okay,
open.
so did you lock him out?
I always lock the doors. It's
For 2 years, you've locked the doors?
Yes.
So when he says that nobody ever locks the doors, that's a lie?
I've always locked the doors. I got my stuff in there. I don't want it touched.
So you've always locked the doors?
I've always locked the doors. And when he had his girlfriend spy on me for my hours and actually go through my mail, she had no problem getting in either. And he has gotten in through.
Well, how did she get in?
She had a key.
Okay.
I mean, she didn't have any issues.
Okay.
It was just this one time. I don't know, maybe
So
he,
the time that you say your Chihuahua was left outside, is that the same time that he broke into a window of your room?
2 days later.
Oh, it's 2 days later. All right.
Yes.
So then, and how did the Chihuahua come to be left outside?
Somehow she got on the other side of the dog door, and rather than
That's
having her
what you
come
were
back,
talking about? That
yes.
you. All right.
And the door is
How do
actually.
you accidentally lock a dog door?
The dog door, the door it has an opening, and then there's a slider. You slide.
But why would you ever, if you have dogs and he has a dog, why would there ever be an occasion to pull the slider down? Are you guys
If it's
ever?
cold or anything like that?
Do you guys do that? Do you open and close the door like routinely, or does it always stay open?
Yeah.
I left it open for 2 years.
Okay, so you left the dog door open for 2 years, and you left the door open for 2 years, and the two of you disagree on that 100%.
So, if somebody left, who loves dogs? Who loves dogs? Okay, if somebody left your dog out all night long, out of spite, in the cold, what would you do?
I would be pissed and I would kick him out.
Okay, that's civilized. What would you do?
Oh, I would have kicked him out. I mean, I love my dog, so yeah. You can't just leave my
Okay,
dog outside.
kicked is the first word. Who has but at the end of the sentence?
Yeah, his butt would be kicked, and he'd have to go.
Okay, going inside the courtroom.
Okay, so you guys aren't getting along. You decide you're going to move out. You move into the neighbors?
It was between there and other students.
Right.
Just
And you're
because I had
going
been-
to school where?
University of Hartford.
What are you studying?
Orthotics, prosthetics.
Okay. So you borrowed, there's no dispute that you borrowed $3,600 to pay your tuition from him.
Correct.
And what is the reason for why you wouldn't have to repay your loan?
Because of the way he did this, I wasn't able to have a suitable amount of time to get something else comparable. I mean, a place to stay, because everything wants first month, last month rent. The person across the street let me stay there for just a couple of days. It wasn't like I moved in. He has daughters that come there on the weekend.
Okay.
So
So
on
what
the-
did you end up doing?
Sleeping in my car
Okay.
and hitting up other people's couches and doing what I could to finish school the semester.
He says he had a complaint that you weren't taking care of his animals anyway. That's why, I guess that's why you were sending your girlfriend to check up on him and see if he was actually taking care of the animals.
Correct.
Because you were gone for more than 10 hours a day anyhow. Were you gone for more than 10 hours a day?
On certain days, yes, because
Right.
those days I was gone for 10 hours, those were the days that he was home from Boston. He only worked in Boston for about 3 to 4 days during the week. The rest of the time, he was
But the
home in
agreement you had
Connecticut.
was that Monday through Friday, you would be taking care of the animals, right? That Saturdays and Sundays were his, but Mondays through Fridays, you'd be taking care of the animals in exchange for rent.
And then his hours at work switched his days.
Okay.
So when I got my days set up for at school, his hours at work would switch, and I can't switch my hours
Yeah,
at
but it's
school.
still Monday through Friday that you had obliged yourself to take care of the pets.
Mm-hmm.
In the contract that you signed with him in May, it says while he's at work in Boston Monday through Friday, you'll be taking care, and this is what you'll do: water the plants, change the bird food twice a day, feed the fish once a day, feed the dogs twice a day, and don't crate them more than 10 hours a day. Blah 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 blah. Put the trash out on Wednesdays. And any other things that may come up. I don't know what that means. I can understand why you don't want to live there and why you find it unpleasant. I can understand why you're angry that the deal is up. But I can't understand how you justify not paying a student loan, not paying the loan that he made you to pay your tuition. Are you somehow uniting the free ride for rent with the student loan?
No, the understanding was when I did take this loan out that I was going to be staying there at least till February so that this would be paid off. Because the fact that I wasn't paying rent, I was able to pay on this. And now that things changed, became aggressive at the home, there's no way I could stay there.
How were they aggressive? You don't mean physically aggressive. You just mean that it was unpleasant.
It got to almost physically unpleasant.
Almost physically? How did it get to almost physically?
I can't word it nicely. He's bipolar and likes to drink.
Okay, but when did it become almost physical?
Pretty much on the 30th, pretty much the 20th when the dog was left out. I left him a text message saying when we get back, we got to talk. On the 30th is when he got in my face, and I was like, what's going on? You broke in my room. You're now invading my personal space. You're now really crossing the line. And he said, is that all you got to say to me? And then that's when I walked away because I wasn't going to say too much more.
What else did you expect him to say to you?
Sorry. I don't know. I don't remember, to be honest.
Okay. There's no dispute that there's $2,500 remaining on the balance of the student loan, correct?
Correct.
Where are you living now?
Right now.
By the way, you moved out when?
Pretty much the 31st.
Of?
October, I'm sorry.
And according to you, he breached the agreement first by staying out longer stretches than the 10 hours?
Well, he breached the agreement first
by not paying you.
By not paying me.
So what were the reasons why you missed payments?
Just to be clear, he did make payments, but he did not make the $500 a month. So he made...
So the total was $1,100 that you'd paid?
Yes. Over 5 months.
500 was paid.
So it's hard for you to say, hey, he breached by throwing me out when you breached first by not paying the $500, right? All right, I'm ordering you to pay the $2,500 remaining. I'm finding a judgment in favor of Mr. Jones. You got to pay the money. $2,500 verdict for the plaintiff.
Turns out the defendant was the breacher. So what's your feeling on the outcome here as you see him win every penny he sued you for?
Pretty much, it is what it is. That's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Don't trust people with mental illness.
Well, you did it one time.
Yeah, I'll probably do it again.
Okay.
Gotta give people the benefit of the doubt.
All right, he's not saying some very nice things about you out here, but how you feeling about the outcome here?
It's what it should have been.
Right. Well, you two got along for a while, right?
Yeah, it was fine for like a year, and then I gave him money and changed the whole thing.
Yeah. Okay, Harvey.
We have talked about this before. Again, you keep a ledger that when money is going back and forth month to month, each month you settle up in a ledger. And the best thing to do actually is one ledger where both people sign off month by month by month. There's no room for confusion. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.